Imagine holding a photo of your grandparents, faded, cracked, black and white. For years, those moments stayed locked in the past. Every tool I tried to fix them felt fake, stiff, and lifeless. But last night, everything changed. Google's new Gemini update, nicknamed Nano Banana, that's right, Nano Banana, brought those faces back to life in a way I never thought possible. And today I'm going to show you how I did it. Over the years, I've tried every trick to revive old photos. Photoshop actions, mobile apps, even AI colorizers. No matter what I used, something always felt off. The smiles looked frozen, the colors too artificial, or the details just blurred away. It was frustrating because these aren't just pictures, they're memories. Family history, moments you can't get back. That's why seeing Google's new Gemini 2.5 Flash image update in action was so shocking. For the first time, the restorations felt real. People online are calling it Nano Banana, but whatever you call it, the results speak for themselves. Let's dive right in. I have Apple Photos open. I just want to show you the photos we're going to work with first before we jump into it. So I got 5 photos here, some old black and white ones, one that I edited a while ago, which I think is my grandfather. This photo was really destroyed, and this was the best I could do 10 years ago when I tried to fix it up. There was a lot of ripped photos and pieces missing. I was really, really happy with this about 5 years ago. And of course I threw a background behind it to try to blend it in a little bit. I have photos here that are all scraped up, water damage, folds. I mean, we have a lot of stuff that could fix some of this stuff up. But let's jump over to the browser. All right, so we have Gemini here. So all you do is go to gemini.google.com, and on the top left it should be defaulted already to Flash. So we're looking at 2.5 Flash. So 2.5 Flash image was just added to this. So now in here we could actually edit our photos. So I'm going to click Add Files, and I'm going to click Upload Files. In here I have a folder that I added those photos to, which is called To Fix. I'm going to skip the grandfather for now. I'll do that one last. So this other one, I'm going to upload in here. It's going to take a second to upload. I'm going to prompt it, real simple prompt. We're just going to say, let's repair and fix the color of this image. And I'm going to copy that too, because we'll use that exact same prompt for the other ones. And click Submit. And the first thing we're going to notice is it works really fast. If you've been used to ChatGPT, you'll notice ChatGPT takes a long time. So this is going through. Absolutely, I can help you repair and colorize the image. And boom. Look at that. So I'm going to open that big screen. Isn't that night and day? So boom, look at that. I'm going to swap back and forth. So here we go in photos. That's our black and white, and the photo on the left is all ripped up, and these are old photos. I think these were back in the 60s probably. And let's jump back and look at the colored version. That's just, to me, that's like night and day. That's awesome. I actually want to go back and talk to some people who are around that actually took these photos and see how true the colors are. Like the photo on the right, I could see being pretty realistic on what it was, but the photo on the left, was it really a blue shirt? I don't know. And it didn't look like it colored the stairs or the bricks much, but it did do a nice job making that stand out. So let's back out of this. Let's go to the next photo. Again, we're going to click the Add button, Upload Files, and we're going to go to the next one. And that first set of photos was actually my uncle on the left and my father on the right. this photo here, again, we're gonna put the same prompt. Let's repair and fix color of this image. Now, I noticed some images work better than others, right? That first image was one that kind of wowed me. This one, again, it did a good job at repairing the image, but it got rid of the scratches and everything, but it's not groundbreaking. It didn't sharpen it. I did play with asking it to sharpen, and it didn't do that good of a job. I feel like when it works well, it's really mind-blowing. Go to the next image. Again, this photo, I think it was my father and me, and we could see the creases and everything in the photo. Once again, I don't think it's going to do an awesome job at colorizing, but it did repair all those seams. Again, there's other apps that do this, and again, this just was released yesterday, so that was a decent job at cleaning it up. But again, the colors, it cleaned up the colors a little bit. They seem a little more natural, but they're still keeping that old photo feeling. This next one was also a really nice photo. So this is an old photo of my grandmother and my father and my uncle as well. And this is one of the first ones I did that actually shocked me. Again, it doesn't take too long. Here's your image, repaired, and color restored. Look at that. That looks like something out of a magazine. I mean, I think it smoothed her face a little bit. It feels like an old magazine photo from back in the day. Also notice that Gemini's putting the little watermark on the bottom right over here as well. For some reason, I still see a crop of color on the right hand side. The backdrop still looks black and white to me, but they look like they're colorized. Let's swap over to remember what that photo looked like. Look at that. So that's in photos. And I guess in the original too, we could see a little crop on the side. I think this was a picture of a picture, and now it's just a little cut of the picture next to it. Again, we'll swap. That's night and day. Night and day. And I'm assuming this was a photo shoot as well, because that looks like a pull down picture or some kind of backdrop or a photo. So they probably took this somewhere. Okay, so on to the next photo. I'm going to prompt this one a little different. Let's say only edit the man in the photo. Repair and colorize him. So the prompt I'm going with is only edit the man in the photo, repair and colorize him. So this was a photo that I created a while ago based on a photo of my grandfather that was ripped apart. So because it was so dark and so ripped apart, I was trying to do a little more to it. He's actually in his military outfit, and I thought the Statue of Liberty flag and eagle all mixed together would make a nice background. So I don't want to mess with that. I only want to fix him, right? So first out of the bat, before I even keep scrolling down, look, it kept the background exactly the same. And now let's scroll down. Boom. Isn't that, to me, that's nuts. Again, it would be nice to talk to someone and see how true this really is of him at that age. I feel like the original photo though, like he's older in that photo. Maybe this is making him seem a little too young, but it is pretty nice. So let's jump back and forth against the other photo. There's the original. You could see some changes it did make to him, right? So I don't know. I feel like it got his nose right. they updated his hair. It's more like a military shorter cut. And his mustache isn't as thick. Yeah, I don't know. Did it change him too much? And I feel like he's older in the photo, the original. Like they made him a little younger. Again, I was surprised at these. The photos I do know, the stuff that's a little newer, I didn't really see that it did a whole lot to them, other than the cleanup, which you could do with a lot of other things. The older photos, the colorizing them, seemed like they worked pretty good. I was pleasantly surprised at this. So, if you're wanting to try this out, go for it. Let me know in the comments the one photo you would like restored. I'd love to hear your story behind it. The thing here to remember is that most AI image editors distort the faces in people. And to my understanding, this is because of a security feature. So Gemini is now able to keep consistent images. I don't feel that this was a limitation before, but more of a security thing before. So does this mean they are lifting up the security veil and letting people do more things? Now, I could go in here and take my dad out of a photo and put him in another photo. You could start merging and doing those Photoshoppy things in Gemini. Again, this has only been out a day now. So now I've got to ask you, what memories are sitting in your photo album, waiting to be brought back to life? Is it a wedding photo, a childhood snapshot, maybe a photo of someone you miss? Drop your answer in the comments below. I'd love to hear what moment you'll choose to restore first. Looking at these restorations, it feels like stepping back into the past. Only clearer, brighter, more alive. This isn't just about fixing photos. It's about reconnecting with memories, with people, with moments that matter. If you found this inspiring, make sure to tap like so YouTube knows you want more. And don't forget to subscribe for more demos, AI deep dives, and ways technology can bring your memories back to life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.